Watch Transit TV right now.
I'm Tochku Michael. Keep watching Transit TV.
Transit TV, Tottenham 1, Manchester United 0. So it ended in the Europa Cup 2025 finals. Tottenham winning their first trophy in 17 years. Kudos, congrats to Tottenham. Before I go into this video, I want to just keep this in mind, that Everton were in serious relegation battle in EPL before David Moyes came in. And look at what happened. And I will tell you why I said this. So let's go into the game. You will agree with me. I don't care what you call it. If you call it bad belly or bad blood or I'm salty because Tottenham won a trophy, that's your business. I don't care. But these finals right here, even my 10-year-old was asking me, how did Manchester United and Tottenham get to this final? This is the most horrible, abysmal, ridiculous finals you will find in Europe in so many years. But again, they got there, they played the game, and Tottenham won 1-0. It was garbage football from both teams. But we're still going to try to make sense out of it because I don't even know what both teams came to that finals to do. I mean, I can give a little kudos to Ange Postecoglou because he has been stubborn all season. But today, in fact, in the last 3-4 games in this competition, he kind of tried to adapt because it was time for him to win. And he humbled himself and tried to adapt his game a little bit. And that he did today, got his goal, whichever means, and short sharp. Obviously, United find it difficult to score, find it difficult to create chances, and he knew that. And that was how this game ended. Like I said, from Tottenham perspective, they tried a little bit to play in the first half, got their goal. The rest became history. They just told United, come and break us down. And this is the worst thing you can do to Manchester United, to invite them to break you down. They never can. They can't. They don't like to do it. They don't want to do it. The coach has no idea of how to do it. The players are not interested. So it was pretty easy for Tottenham to win this game today 1-0 because United all through the season managed to play well against teams that are on front foot. And once Tottenham took their feet off the pedal, United got confused and the rest was history. And we're going to talk about a little bit about both coaches. I've thought about Ange Postecoglou. He kind of adapted his game a little bit today, played low block, tried to blow on a counter, and got his win. Amorim, on the other hand, there's nothing new. What we have been seeing all season is what we saw today. A misplaced lineup. Always try to take new players in new days. He just can't get it together. I like him though, but I mean on the pitch, this is almost a whole season, bro. Almost a whole season, and you don't still have an idea what you're trying to do. Yes, everybody says the players are garbage. They are not the best players you can find out there. But they're also not the worst. There are teams in EPL that have worse assembly of players. They are still doing better. So I don't know. Amorim needs to look at himself in the mirror and figure out what is going on. Either he's a mismatch for the job, for the league, for this group of players. And unfortunately for him, because of PSR, United are not going to be able to spend this summer, spend big to overhaul this squad. So how are you going to get the result? How are you going to change things? So it's really a dicey one for United and their owners. Are you going to sack him? Pay the money? And then in the press conference today, he said if the owner say he's not good enough, he's going to walk away with that compensation. I don't know if he's made that comment in the heat of the moment or he really truly means it. Because if he's making it easy for United owners, the manager, the board, the management and the board to sack him, because the only reason why they will keep him on that job today, after today, is thinking about what it's going to cost to sack him. I don't think it's going to be on competence. And this is not to say he's not a good coach, but it's just somehow this one is not working for him, it's not working for United. And it has not worked for so many coaches. So it's not just Amorim, but there is really something fundamentally wrong in that place. But he thought he had what it takes to, and he can still, but only if he has the time. Because what United did this season, this is the fourth time they're playing Tottenham this season, and they lost all 4 times. Bro, you couldn't still figure out the team you played 4 times in a season? No, there's something wrong somewhere. I couldn't even put a fight up. And yeah, I believe he's going to be fired. And sadly so. If United don't fire him, I don't know the chances of him doing well next season. The only thing I can see is they're not going to be in Europe, so he probably will have all the time in the world to work with the players. But it looks like that is not just the case. It looks like there's a mismatch somewhere. And the only way Amorim is going to work, if it will work, is for United to spend money. And I don't know if they have that allowance with PSR to spend that kind of money. And going back to what I told you, what I mentioned at the beginning of this video, just imagine, we have seen it in some seasons, that teams in relegation battle all of a sudden spring up and try to survive. If one of those teams in the relegation this season had the kind of season that Everton had, because Everton was there, was almost confirmed to be relegating this season, and David Moyes came and did his magic and got them back stable in the league. Can you imagine that United was 17th, is 17th, rooted at 39 points? Usually 40 points is what you get to survive, and then 39 that survive. That tells you how badly the last 3 teams on the table are. So if both of these teams that play finals today, if one of those teams out there had managed to muster some kind of vigor and respect for themselves and had tried to survive, possibly we'll be talking about an Europa Cup final team being relegated in EPL. That's how badly these 2 teams have done. This is how badly these 2 coaches have done. And that Postecoglou has a little credit in the bank, because he came in 6 months. Tottenham, we are flying. People almost said they're going to win the league. Then everything just came crushing. He had his injuries, and people figured him out, because they will figure you out in EPL. They will figure you out. For sure. They will figure you out. So, and for Amorim, nothing has changed since he came. And at Manchester United, we are 7 points off of Champions League places. Right now, they are 27. So it's not looking good for Amorim. It's not looking good for Ange. I don't expect both of them to keep their jobs. And unfortunately, the person that lost looks most likely to keep his job, because they cannot afford to sack him. Now they have to pay him off. They have to get players. They have to start looking for a new coach, pay more money. I don't know if they have that budget right now, and what is happening will keep happening. They don't have anybody. I don't know who the assistant coach, coaches that he has. I think he came with them. So there's really nobody to take over for him if they get him fired right now. So it's really it's a conundrum for Manchester United at the moment. And you out there, you Manchester United fan, Tottenham fan, let me know what you think. Do you think that these 2 managers should be sacked? And if you think so, why? And again, if they should keep their jobs, give me the reason why you think they should keep their jobs. This was just almost a waste of my 2 hours today watching this game. I didn't get entertained. I didn't learn anything tactically. I didn't see anything to look forward to. It's laborious work, doing this video. But again, this is what we do. We have to try to make sense of it. And Postecoglou has won for Tottenham, and he said that he always wins in his 2nd year, and he has just done that. And I think that will be the end of the marriage between him and Manchester United. Amorim, on the other side, on the other hand, obviously deserves to be fired. But that doesn't mean he will get fired. And that doesn't mean that if they don't fire him, he's going to fail. His things can still change, but it is looking very, very dicey. And I will see you again next time. Ciao.